evening, fellow Toastmasters. I'll ask one thing first. Or should I rephrase my statement? I'll question something first. I'll question what? I'll question how we are here today. I'll question what are we doing. I'll question exactly what is our purpose. What are all these questions leading up to? They are leading up to but one thing, and that is the thought process of doubt. Now, you would think, doubt, that is a strange thing. Why would you tell me to doubt? And what would you tell me to doubt about? That itself is the point. You have to doubt about all and everything, all and sundry. You have to begin from a point, you have to go forward, you have to be systematic, and you have to be logical. And you have to reach a particular point from which you will go from progress to progress and further on. Obviously, doubt itself requires one thing, which is logic. You can't just doubt, why is it like that? Why is it like this? For instance, how many of us have gone through the primary level poem of why? Why is the sky blue? Why is this? Why is that? Have you ever thought, why is that poem, along with Try It Again, these poems are inculcated into the primary level? Why? Because they stimulate the child to think and question all and sundry. And if you go on to a child in his formative years, what does a child ask to his parents? Where did I come from, Daddy? Where did I come from? What is this? Why is it like that? Why is it like that? And we are simply getting tired of those whys, these questions. But it is that curious nature that forms the child and actually stimulates the imagination of the child. And what happens now if you accept what happens after those changes? What happens is you first question logically, systematically, and then you come to some certain things, some certain answers which you might not be ready for, which you might simply be scared of. That is the next level. You have to accept that change. Doubt begets change, and change begets readiness. So, I ask you all to initiate the change, to initiate the level of doubt that I am proposing. And my proposal is and has got its historical roots, its philosophical roots, and if I may, psychological roots. The point is, this level, this concept is not old. It is ancient. How is it ancient, I ask you? I'll tell you how. The point is that these concepts have been going on from generations to generations, from eons to eons. And there was one individual who we can pick up, and his name was René Descartes. René Descartes was a French philosopher, and who is said to have been laid the foundations of the age of enlightenment. The age of enlightenment which further gave its foundation to the age of industrial revolution. Why? Because the questions were asked as to the knowledge given from generations to generations. And obviously we all know that first the conceptions of the world were that they are straight. We are living on a flat world. But then it was questioned, is it actually flat? I don't think so. My logic tells me it is not the way it is. Yes, it appears that way. But what might be appearing to the eye might not be actually true to the mind. You have to ask and you have to doubt what has been said by your predecessors. And that is what a person such as René Descartes did. He doubted his own existence and reached one conclusion, that first, it is me who is thinking, and my definition of a human being is defined by my process of thought. But then what happened? As we all know, as history tells us, then it went on from change to change. People start to think, people start to question all the questions of past history. Was it actually like that? Is it being told to us in the right way? Is it being told to us for their own convenience or for the actual progress of society? And henceforth, that is my final point, that we have to think, we have to doubt, and we have to question. Question for the purpose to progress society. If a society does not question, the society is considered stagnant. The state of that society is stagnation. And if you want to escape that level of stagnation, which was done by the Enlightenment age, by very few kingdoms and countries throughout the history, we see that those countries have progressed. Those people have progressed. And henceforth, we have to accept that change. Change is always the most scariest thing that we all humans fear. But if we embrace it, and if we take it systematically, then what happens gradually? We become the champions of that change. We become the leaders of that change. And henceforth, on a conclusive basis, whenever you are asked in the class, whenever you are asked in any domain of your life, do not dare you ask that question. I say, put your foot down, go forth and ask the question. Thank you.